I'm Janine. This is KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and this is Get the Funk Out. Standing by to join me is actor David L. Rowell, and he's going to talk about his holiday hit, Christmas in Carolina, and his foundation, DJ Rowell Foundation. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Janine. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited.
Your film was outstanding. I loved it. First of all, some films are too long. I'm a writer as well. And you kind of feel like, okay, draggy. This was like the perfect amount of time, great setup. How did this all come about?
Well, it all came about. I went to the writer, Stacey Davis. Her younger sister and I had broadcasting in high school, and everyone knew I had such a bubbly personality in broadcasting, and they knew I wanted to do things in entertainment. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I was a basketball player, so you didn't have so much time to really do other things when you're committed to basketball and trying to make a career of it.
Yeah.
So when basketball finally ended, I was getting into entertainment, taking some classes for acting, and her sister started writing this film, and she didn't have any actors. And her younger sister that I went to school with said, you should try reaching out to DJ Rowell, which I'm known to in South Carolina as DJ Rowell before David L, my entertainment name. And she looked over my social media, thought maybe I could have been a really great candidate, reached out to me via email. We started chatting, and she started to develop the character somewhat around David L. Rowell. She needed someone with to present the charm, the suave and the swagger. And she really, her and I spoke for a long time throughout the course of a year, just really developing that character to make sure that we brought him to life. So that's how it really came about with Christmas in Carolina. And
that's a tremendous gift. That's a gift to have somebody really write around your personality.
It was a great pleasure. Not a lot of people. It's such a rare, opportunity as well, sure. To just fall into it, especially early in your career and get a chance like that and to be ready for that opportunity.
Sure. Yeah. And I loved the connection. Who was the woman who played your love interest?
So that's the lovely Jocelyn White Hall, and she is
loved her.
Listen, she's phenomenal.
Yeah,
and she's an absolutely lovely human being. She's sweet, and everything about her. You can probably see me lighting up now, but she's Jocelyn White Hall, who plays Elmore. I just love Jocelyn. She's awesome, and the chemistry was instantaneously when her and I met for the first time.
I loved it. I had a laugh out loud moment, and I'm not going to give anything away. With the bartender, like
who's actually Jocelyn's real brother in real life. How about that?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I just had this laugh out loud moment with his reaction, and I literally laughed so hard because he was so perfect.
Right. He's like, because it's so unlikely and unfamiliar with her character at the time, who's kind of standoffish and very in her own shell, to even be out on another date and actually giving this guy some time. So
right, that's so cool that that's her brother, because you would never have any idea.
Right. And people don't people have no clue. And then sometimes when we get together and people ask us about the film, and they ask about Ali sometimes, and she's like, oh yeah, that's my real brother.
Love it. Could you give the listeners a sense, without giving too much away, about the film, what it's about?
So the film essentially is based around a ex-NBA player and a marketing executive, Wesley Saxon, who is Maryland's most eligible bachelor, and he is looking for love. He is heartbroken. He's on the rebound. He runs into Miss Elmore, who is a investment banker, and she also, she's not looking for love.
No.
And she's just really suffering.
She's looking at her phone.
I say again?
She's looking at her phone.
Right. She's totally uninterested. Looking at her phone. Yeah, seriously. She's so uninterested and so not looking for love. Her best friend ends up setting her up on a blind date with this guy, and she actually finds interest in her. Mm-hmm. Interest in him, which is being my character, Wesley Saxon.
Yeah.
And we take it from there and just go on a whirlwind of just unexpected love.
I love it. It really, you were just such a believable couple, really, because you have you have a great, I've studied acting before, and I remember taking a class where they always said, you know, look down at the paper. We were doing cold reading. Look down at the paper, grab a line, and look your scene partner in the eye and connect. You had a great connection with her.
And how, yeah. And that's really what helped us to really sell it for ourselves. We had a real connection. We worked endlessly on a real bond that bled over outside of the film and outside of the, you know, just being on set.
That's great.
And it just really helped out. And I'm glad that you even mentioned that. That means we did our job.
You did,
because we really had a great chemistry and a great bond.
Oh yeah, and I love the woman that played your mom,
Kelly S. Williams, also known to the world as Laura Winslow.
Loved her.
Kelly is amazing. When we first met Kelly, we had no idea, Janine, she was just so easygoing and so down to earth and so loving and giving. And she made those scenes so easy. Like she just you could just flow. You didn't have to worry about, you know, stepping on her or overwhelming her. She just made everything flow that much easier. It was experience I'd never exchanged for the world.
Where was this shot? And you know, where was the film shot?
So all the film was all shot in South Carolina.
All of it. Okay.
It's based in Maryland, and they come to South Carolina, but it was totally shot in South Carolina.
Okay. Amazing. And it feels like just like the perfect holiday film, although, you know, we're in COVID. But what are people saying about the film? What are you hearing?
I've been here. Everybody's it's such a rom-com and such a love story, you know, amongst all this stuff that's going on in 2020 with COVID. Right. This is such a breath of fresh air for everybody. So everybody's been giving great warm remarks about the film. Good. They just feel good about it. And it's been making my heart smile. It's been making I've been so joyous about it. Everybody's giving very warm remarks, and we're happy about that.
And where can people see it?
So you can see this movie on Roku TV. You can see it on Amazon Prime, Google Play. You can find it on Fandango and also iTunes. It's also now available on Walmart.
Oh, good. Was there something that drew you to this role of playing Wesley?
Playing Wesley, I would say once I saw that he was supposed to be this powerful figure that was so inspiring to those around him and has had this really big heart, I definitely wanted to portray someone of such because I also, you know, run that foundation, and I think that was huge. And a big part of that is that acting was something that I've always wanted to do and have a leading role. And in within my foundation, I want my kids to identify and realize their dreams and chase them and make them reality. So what better way to do that than to practice what you preach and do it yourself and be that reflection of what they need to see.
Definitely. So what is Christmas like for you this year?
Christmas this year is going to be surrounded by, you know, our close-knit family. We're already a small family, so we don't have to worry about, you know, not totally social distancing. Yeah. Because we only have like 4 members in my family. So we're very small. And we're just going to get together. And if you go see the film, that's actually Christmas in Carolina for me. We're playing Uno, we're getting together, we're laughing, we're talking.
That's good.
You know, catching a couple good Christmas films and having a good time.
So nice. And tell me about your foundation.
So my foundation is the DJ Rowell Foundation. And it's to impact the youth, empower them, influence them, and encourage them, again, to identify and realize their dreams, capture them, wake up, make them happen, bring them into reality, and to teach them lifelong skills. Because we've all been there, Janine. We've all just needed a helping hand or someone to give us these small tools that could have really prevented or actually catapulted our success a lot quicker. So I wanted to be that big brother. I wanted to be that mentor. I wanted to be that cousin or friend that you always needed. And the DJ Rowell Foundation is all about just giving a helping hand. We just donated over almost 200 bags to 3 different children's hospitals throughout South Carolina and North Carolina.
That's beautiful. I know, because kids are really getting hit hard by the pandemic. I mean, we have a mental health crisis right now.
Mhm.
And just having someone that they can talk to, because sometimes they feel like they can't talk to their parents, or maybe they don't have parents. So
Mm.
knowing that your foundation is there to connect is tremendous.
Absolutely. And again, that's something, being from a small town, kids also need to connect to, is something or someone that they can touch, feel, or speak to, and actually get that immediate interaction.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big part of who we are, to make sure that you know that we are real, we exist. I come from a very small town, and I want to be more of an idea of what possibility could be for you, for the youth, for anybody, even the
Sure.
older,
Yeah.
for anybody, just the possibility of the idea of what could happen and what you could be.
Are there people that are part of this foundation that it sounds like they're mentors in some way?
Absolutely, absolutely, because we all that's we all need mentors, and that's really what kind of influenced me. Maybe 10 years ago, Janine, if someone asked me what my dream was, it probably would have been to be the next Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan in the NBA. Not knowing that 10 years ago, I was already starting to realize my dream as someone poured into me and helped me develop over the years. And that was really truly my dream, is to influence and inspire others and pour into them so that they can realize their dreams.
That's great. Oh, one last thing, because my show is called Get the Funk Out.
Get the funk out,
Get the
which I
funk
love.
out. And some people are in a funk. A lot of people are in a funk. Do you have advice, maybe things that work for you for staying positive, especially during the holiday season?
Perspective is such a big thing. And a lot of things don't always land our way or go the way that we want them to, but it's all of it, a lot of it deals with perspective and the way we fuel that perspective to drive us. So something may not go the way you plan, but it's about the perspective. Well, if I didn't get it right this time, or if it's not going the way I want, then how can I turn that into something positive? So I think it's all about perspective. So you guys, if there's any advice that I could give to any of you guys, is to change the perspective of which you're looking at the situation, and find the positive. There's always a glimmering light, and something in everything. There's a glimmering light. You find the glimmering light
Yeah.
and focus on the positive and what you do have.
Right.
I think there's a quote somewhere that says, "What I don't have, I don't need, and what I need, I already have."
Oh, I love
So,
that.
you
Yeah.
know,
Gratitude.
that's hmm
Gratitude is a
absolutely.
huge thing. Yeah. Where can people find you? Find out more
People
about.
can People can find me. We actually have a website, djrowellfoundation.org. That's DJROWELL foundation.org. And on Facebook, you can find me at DJ Rowell, ROWELL, and Instagram at Rockham Nation, ROCKEMNATION.
Cool. Yeah, I saw you. You had posted some stuff, and I know you checked it out. Check out my interview with a few people. So I looked at your
Janine,
Instagram.
you're out here rocking and rolling. I'm like, Janine has been doing this for a while. That was insane. And I was I was just floored by the interviews that you've already
Thank you.
done, and the natural charisma that you have, and you make
Thank you.
people feel comfortable. I noticed that quickly. I said, wow, everybody's so comfortable to talk to her,
Thank you.
and just natural conversation. They're not, where did you grow up? How did you, it's
Yeah.
very natural,
Right.
very natural.
I have this view that if I don't make my guests feel comfortable, I haven't done my job.
Mm.
That's my thing, is to make everybody feel themselves, because I know what it's like to be very nervous. I've had to overcome a lot of anxiety. I've never liked public speaking,
Really?
and no
Can't
way,
tell.
no way. No, I used to really get nervous. I still get kind of worked up, but now with Zoom, I decided in March to switch my show to on camera, because we were remote. And I thought, this is a great opportunity to meet strangers, I've connected through voice, through audio,
Hmm.
but why not face to face? We're all alone,
Right.
right?
You took it to the next level.
I took it to the next level because I thought it was important for me and for my guests and for my viewers to actually see these faces from all over the world. I thought it'd be really cool. And it worked. It really worked.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
And I would say it connects you even further to the platform of everybody. So everybody gets the chance to see your personality as well, not just
Sure.
hear it. Now they see it.
Right. I know. Because can you imagine if most of your interviews were just audio?
Oh man, I guess it would be. I think it's a little weirder doing just the audio. I actually like the face-to-face interaction.
Right.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. And nobody can tell that you're wearing pajamas and fuzzy slippers.
Right. Nobody. Look, I love it because nobody knows what's going on outside of this top hat.
Exactly.
So
Well, David, congratulations.
Janine, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know that this will be the first of many of our interviews together, and
I
we
would
are
love
going to
that.
continue to rock and roll it. And I'm so excited.
Excellent.